Well, Kevin, thank you so much in joining us in studio, Father John Madden and Mr. Frank Carroll. And guys, thanks so much for being with us today. This is a thrill to have you, someone from the NAC and someone who's been so good to us here at Catholic TV. Yeah. So, Father, let's start right with this. Tell me, what is a novena for our people at home, and what is a novena of grace?
So a novena, Nove, 9, right, is 9 days of prayer, usually directed for a specific intention and often for the intercession of a specific saint. So the novena of grace is a novena, this is the 94th year, 1923, in honor of St. Francis Xavier. And so...
and 94 years, how did it grow? So you started, you said 1923?
23, right.
And so how did it grow to where it is today, and what is it today?
You know, a friend of mine in the diocese refers to it as the Lenten retreat of the Diocese of Worcester. It has people from all over the diocese and beyond who come. And I think, number one, it's the tradition. A couple of years ago, a woman came in. She said her aunt had made the novena for over 70 years, but couldn't get out anymore, so she was coming in her place. So it's a tradition that has passed on, and it's a community thing as well. That same woman, like the third day of the novena, said, "I didn't realize everybody from Worcester was here." You know, so it's a very communal type of experience, and it's the power of prayer too, and the intercession of Xavier himself. I suspect Worcester and the surrounding area of Worcester has a higher percentage of people named Francis Xavier than anywhere else in the world. It's a very fertile novena, you know, and lots of people tell stories of hoping for a child and coming and praying at the novena. So that's how I think it's carried on.
Mr. Carroll, Frank, such an honor for us to have you here in the living room at Catholic TV, to have you visiting again. Great to see you. You got an incredible roster of speakers and celebrants. I don't know about the guy on the last night. I'm worried about him. But we'll talk about them later. But one of your expertises is marketing and publicizing. And obviously, you've done a fantastic job. How do you get the word out about this?
Ongoing. Talking with people like you, Bishop.
Sure.
Getting ideas. The goal is to continue to build by bringing in scholars, Jesuits and non-Jesuits, to preach the sermons. And every year we work on trying to get more visible from around the world. We had Father Prudo from Japan, we flew him in, and Father Madden would sit down with me, would go over some possibilities. Then we got very active with American Magazine, Jeremy Zippel and Maloney, you know.
Sure, right now.
So, with the Novena of Grace was started by the Jesuits at Holy Cross. It continued, and then when the Jesuits sort of went back a little bit, then we used parish priests. And then from there, Father Madden decided it's time to bring the Jesuits back more fully.
Sure.
My orders from Father Madden was to try to recruit the best.
Oh, so he's your boss?
He's my boss.
Okay. Don't encourage him.
To try to recruit the best speakers we can because of the spirituality of the Novena of Grace. And we've been very good, very fortunate, reaching out all over the world. As a matter of fact, I hope you and I can sit down and talk, because I will fly anywhere in the United States to try to recruit a Jesuit or a good priest, not just yourself.
Well, I'm very honored to be closing out the novena this year, so thanks for your invitation.
You're closing it out?
I am, yeah.
Father, you know, it's great that everyone gets together. You said it's a community thing, and that's a wonderful thing, but there's more to it than just that. Why is it important for us as Catholics and for the world in general that people are getting together to pray a novena?
Because the world is in desperate need of prayer, and desperate need of grace. Yeah, yeah. And I think but it's not something that we can do alone. Private, individual prayer in our own individual relationship with God is critical. But it's a communal faith that we have, and so I think and we're encouraged by one another as well. You know, so. Being together, we were just talking about the daily mass, and there's a little bit of a crowd with the St. Mary's of Lynn kids in there. It adds something to the experience. So
knowing you're not alone.
Exactly.
Too, knowing that you're together in all of this.
Right.
Which is important.
Of course. Yeah.
And Frank, for you, why it's clear that you're very involved in this. What made you decide to get so involved?
Well, I just visited Notre Dame, of course, at St. John's, not John's, and my confirmation, excuse the voice, was Xavier. It's just a devotion I've had, and when I lost my voice 8 years ago, I of course prayed to Xavier. I prayed every day that someday I could talk again. Because when you get a laryngectomy, as I consult oftentimes with men and women who are going in to lose their voice, and try to give them encouragement.
Sure.
That I'll never forget. I'm not maybe telling this, Father, but when I first got my laryngectomy, because you can't talk, and I was in bed, and I heard a noise. I said, a miracle. I got on my knees, I said, my Novena of Grace. But then from then on, I learned how to use the TDP, but during that, for the last 9 years, I think I must have read every book on Francis Xavier. Yeah. And, but then I got into it. And one day, I was doing a Novena at home, and God love Father Madden was visiting me. I said, I want to find out more about Xavier that I don't know. So I became immersed in it, and Novena of Grace, my son died, my wife and I went to Novena. He died during the Novena of Grace. And we went there, and we just, it's a passion. And I really believe that the intercession prayer says, St. Francis Xavier is real. And the stories I hear from people, that was just wonderful.
Well, I'm
the
looking forward to
spirituality
it.
of it, Bishop.
I'm going to experience it for the first time this year. And can you give us, Father Madden, just some details, the schedule, the dates, so that people maybe could put it on their calendar?
Sure. It's March 4th to 12th, which I originally, when I first got there, I thought that's weird. His feast day is December 3rd. But he was canonized on March 12th.
Okay.
So every year from March 4th to 12th, during the weekday we have 3 masses with the Novena prayers, morning, noon, evening. Excuse me. Then on the weekend we have benediction on Saturday, then mass, 2 masses in the afternoon and evening, and Sunday 4 different masses, all with Novena prayers.
And everybody's invited.
Everybody's invited, yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah, can't get enough people there. Yeah.
It was wonderful when you get the non-Catholics coming.
Yeah.
Our church is open to everybody.
Power of prayer.
Amen.
Coming together as a community, and how do people find out more about it?
I think, what do they go on the website? With this,
Well, we do multimedia advertising, newspaper, television, direct mail, radio interviews.
You can call St. John's. That we do have a parish website, and the schedule will be on that and everything as well.
stjohnsworcester.org, right?
I believe so.
How do you like that?
Yeah.
Hold that right
Good
out.
job.
Right there on the TV now. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us
Thank you,
today,
Chad.
and best of luck. And
Thanks.
hey, listen, make sure you pray for all of us here and all
Amen.
of our people who watch us on Catholic TV. It's
Great.
a powerful prayer community here.
Excellent, great.
As I told Bishop, I want to tell you, I see you every day on television.
Well, I hope-
watch Catholic television.
Now they're all seeing you.
3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, you're an early Rosary at 3. We'll be right back with more of This Is a Day right after this.